Father Daniel Moretti arrived in Santa Cruz with sunburn on his collar and a soul bruised by silence. He had served 5 years in Providence, Rhode Island, where the air was thick with incense and inherited guilt, and where people confessed sins like accountants reading balance sheets. He hadn't expected California to be quite so alive. The fog here moved like it had somewhere to be. The seagulls cursed in tongues, and the light, it bent, danced, pried open cracks in things that were meant to stay shut. The Holy Cross Church stood above Mission Hill, old and elegant, its adobe bones older than the state itself. Father Daniel had been sent to serve here quietly, to get away from some incident the diocese didn't speak of, an exorcism gone sideways, a nun's prophecy, or just too many nights weeping in the sacristy. The first thing he noticed was the floor. It hummed, not constantly, just when he stood alone at night, when the candles flickered wrong and the moon leaned in too close through the rose window. It was Marco who found it, a theology dropout turned arborist with too many tattoos and a habit of quoting Isaiah while high. He'd been clearing brush behind the church when he noticed the pattern of stones didn't match. They formed a ring, sunken and oddly warm to the touch. Daniel came with a crowbar and 3 decades of Catholic caution. Beneath the trapdoor was a tunnel, cool, dry, older than Spain. The walls weren't brick or mortar, but something like coral, smooth and embedded with fossil spirals. It didn't smell of rot or dust, but of sage and wet stone. The next day, they brought Ayana.
She was part Apache, part quantum physicist, and entirely unsupervised by the university. She said her grandmother spoke of caves where the earth remembered who you were before you were born. This, she said, pressing her palm to the wall, was not built. It was dreamed.
The tunnel led deep. They walked by lantern light, the only sound their breathing and the occasional ripple of stone that shivered like skin. There were symbols carved into the floor, not Christian, not native, but geometric and fluid, like sacred equations trying to explain themselves. And then, they found it. A chamber, vast, circular, impossible. Columns rose like trees made of bone and starlight.